Have you ever wondered if life is more than just a series of random events? Well, hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to dive headfirst into a theory that might just turn your world upside down. It's called the egg theory, and it's a concept that challenges our traditional perceptions of life, existence, and the universe itself. Now imagine if life was not just a one-time deal. What if every life that has ever existed, or will ever exist, is just you living over and over again? Sounds like something out of a sci-fi novel, doesn't it? Well, that's the essence of the egg theory. It's a concept that compels us to question our understanding of life, time, and identity. So, are you ready to question everything you thought you knew? Buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey like no other. Welcome to the universe of the egg theory. The egg theory, a concept that takes us on a journey beyond the confines of our earthly existence. Just like the universe, the egg theory was born out of a singularity. A single mind, that of Andy Weir. Known widely for his best-selling novel, The Martian, Weir is no stranger to the extraordinary and the extraterrestrial. But it was in a short story, not a sprawling novel, where he first introduced the world to this fascinating concept. Steeped in the realm of speculative fiction, the egg theory emerged in 2009 in Weir's story aptly titled The Egg. The story is a conversation between a man and God, where God reveals that every human being is actually the same person, living multiple lives across time and space. This is the essence of the egg theory, a hypothesis suggesting that we are all one entity experiencing life from a myriad of perspectives. The significance of the egg theory in the world of science fiction is profound. It challenges the conventional ideas of identity, existence, and reality. It blurs the lines between the individual and the collective, between the self and the other. It's a theory that doesn't just ask us to look beyond our earthly existence, but also to look within, to the shared core of humanity that binds us all. The egg theory is a testament to the power of science fiction. It's a genre that doesn't just entertain us with tales of distant galaxies and alien civilizations, but also compels us to question and reevaluate our understanding of life and existence. It's a genre that takes us to the edge of what we know and pushes us to imagine what lies beyond. This theory, although fictitious, provokes deep introspection about the purpose of life. It asks us to consider, what if we are more connected than we think? What if our actions ripple across lifetimes, affecting not just others, but also ourselves in different lives? These are questions that may not have answers, but they are worth pondering, for in the exploration of the unknown, we often discover more about ourselves. The egg theory, a concept that takes us on a journey beyond the confines of our earthly existence. The story begins with a conversation between a man and a godlike entity after the man's sudden death. In the ethereal void of the afterlife, the man finds himself face to face with a celestial being, radiant and wise. With curiosity and trepidation, he asks the entity, "What's happening? Where am I?" The entity responds with a gentle, reassuring tone. "You died. Don't worry. It happens to everyone. You're here with me now." The man, still grappling with the abrupt end of his life, stumbles over his next question. "Am I going to heaven or hell?" The godlike being chuckles softly. "Neither. You're being reincarnated." A wave of confusion washes over the man. "Reincarnated? So, the Hindus were right?" The entity shakes its head. "All religions got a part of the truth. You're being reincarnated, yes, but not in the way you're thinking." The man furrows his brows, trying to make sense of it all. "Then what happens next?" The entity explains. "You'll be born again, a clean slate, a new life. Not on Earth, not in this time. You could be born anywhere, anyone." The man's eyes widen. "You mean I could be born in the past?" The entity nods. "Time, as you understand it, is linear, but here it's different. You could be born at any point in time." The man ponders this for a moment before asking, "So, what's the purpose of all this?" The entity replies, "You're growing. Every life you live, every experience you have contributes to your growth." "But why?" the man insists. "Why do I have to go through all this?" The entity gazes at him with a look of profound wisdom. "Because one day, you will become like me, a god." The man reels at the revelation. "But how many times have I been reincarnated then?" The entity smiles. "Oh, countless times. In many different forms, in many different eras. You've been a peasant in the Middle Ages, a scientist in the future, a mother, a father, a child. You've loved, you've lost, you've triumphed, and you've failed." The man, overwhelmed, asks his final question, "Who am I then if I've been everyone?" The entity, with a warm and understanding smile, reveals the profound truth. You are every human who has ever lived and will ever live. You are the kindness in the hearts of saints, the cruelty in the minds of tyrants, the courage of heroes, and the fear of cowards. You are the collective experience of humanity. The godlike entity reveals that the man is every human who has ever lived and will ever live. The egg theory isn't just a tale of reincarnation, but a lesson in empathy and interconnectedness. In the grand scheme of things, the egg theory does more than just present the idea of life being a cycle of rebirths. It paints a vivid picture of the human race as a singular entity, experiencing life, one at a time, through billions of perspectives. You see, the egg theory suggests that we are all one, that every human being that has ever lived, is living, and will ever live, is essentially the same soul on a journey of growth and understanding. This realization carries immense moral implications, affecting how we treat others and perceive the world around us. Imagine for a moment, if you will, that every person you've ever crossed paths with, every stranger whose eyes you've met, is fundamentally you. Suddenly the lines between us and them blur, and we're left with a profound sense of empathy and interconnectedness. It's no longer about winning or losing, about right or wrong, but about understanding and compassion. This is where the egg theory shines a light on the importance of empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. It emphasizes that every interaction we have, every word we utter, every action we take has a ripple effect that impacts not just the immediate recipient, but the collective consciousness of humanity. The egg theory begs us to consider the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you, not as a moral obligation, but as a fundamental law of existence. After all, if we are all one, harm inflicted upon another is harm inflicted upon oneself. Moreover, understanding this theory invites us to shift our perspective from a singular, isolated existence to a collective, interconnected one. It compels us to rethink our actions, to see the bigger picture, to recognize that our existence is not just about us, but about the billions of lives that our soul will inhabit. So, as we navigate through life, the egg theory serves as a gentle reminder of the power of empathy and the universality of human experience. It challenges us to be kinder, to be understanding, and to treat every individual as an extension of ourselves. The egg theory compels us to reconsider our actions and understand their impact on the world. How does the egg theory resonate with you? Let's for a moment imagine the universe as a cosmic nesting doll, with each shell representing a different life, a different experience. The egg theory suggests that we are all part of a larger, interconnected reality. We exist within the same shell, the same cosmic egg. Consider the implications. The egg theory is not just a philosophical notion, it's an invitation to introspection. It prompts us to question the way we perceive ourselves and others. Are we truly separate entities? Or are we merely different manifestations of the same consciousness? Dwell on this idea for a moment. Every interaction you've ever had, every person you've ever met, every life you've ever touched, they're all part of your journey of self-discovery. In essence, the egg theory urges us to look beyond the superficial differences that divide us, to see the unity that underlies all existence. Think about the last time you felt a strong connection with someone. Perhaps it was a shared laugh, a comforting hug, or a deep conversation. These moments of connection, according to the egg theory, are glimpses into our shared consciousness. They remind us that we're not just isolated individuals, but part of a larger whole. The egg theory is more than a thought experiment. It's a radical shift in perspective. It's a call to empathy, compassion, and understanding. It's a reminder that we are all part of the same cosmic journey, experiencing life in its infinite diversity. So how does the egg theory impact your daily life? Does it change the way you interact with others? Does it influence your decisions and actions? Does it alter your perception of yourself and the world around you? These are questions only you can answer. As we journey through the cosmos of the egg theory, we discover that we are not just individuals, but a collective consciousness experiencing life in its myriad forms.